Sweet Intellect.
Hello, hello, hello. Y'all already know who it is. We are back. We are sweet. We are intellectual. This is season motherfucking 2, and I am with my ladies.
Season 2.
Hello, hello. How are we? Okay, first, before we dive into that, we are actually live with visuals this time, okay? So shout out to everybody who's been listening to season 1. Okay, but now we're back with season 2, so you can peep the face, the gorgeousness that we have going on between these 3 other beautiful women and myself. My name is Festive. I'm your host. We are at Fancy Life Studios, and I'm with, like I said, 3 other very amazing women. I kind of want to tap in. Teal, how you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to season 2. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. Season 1 was a beautiful ride, and now here we are on the airwaves. You can see us live in effect.
Period.
So I'm feeling really good. Blessed to be back. A lot has changed, and I'm sure we'll get into all that. So, yes, thank you.
You know what? Before we do, can y'all just show the camera the ring real quick?
No, it's getting sized.
Oh, she got to get it sized. Okay, she said we not wearing no loosey-goosey. Okay, period. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
If you didn't know, Miss Teal the Ideal is engaged.
Yep, I am a chosen one.
She is locked down. Do not call her. Do not slide in those DMs because she will not answer.
Nope.
Okay.
But maybe once in a blue moon, just for my confidence.
Okay, there we go. Period. Star, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic. I also have gone through a lot of changes, but not as monumental as that. I'm waiting for that day.
Hey.
But for right now, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
That's good. Anything new, like anything exciting happened to you?
Happening for sure. I'm actually going to be moving to Houston soon. Woo! So this season is probably going to be the last one officially here in person. So I'm about to ride this wave for the next, season. I'm here for y'all. I'm ready to kill it. And I'm really excited for this new journey.
And we're happy to have you because this is something that we have to take time out, effort out to do. It's not like we just get together and we already have a camera and a light and a sound system, we have to make time to do it. So thank you for being here. And without further ado, we have a guest today. Yes,
whoa.
Sweet Intellect with a guest. This is crazy. Miss Nebula. Hello, welcome, first of all.
Thank you for having me, first of all.
Of course.
I'm so excited to be here.
Of course.
With you all. Like, I listen to you guys talk, and I'm just like, they're so smart. They have the best opinions. I just want to be there. And I literally sent Festive a message saying that, and she was like, well, why don't you? So here we are, and I'm so happy to be here.
It's great. So, okay, for the viewers who may not know, what do you do? Are you a creative of some sorts? You a politician? You a comedian? What's popping? Who you in?
I'm a little all 3. I'm just kidding.
Ooh,
No.
Okay. Damn.
No, I am mostly a musician, singer, songwriter, getting into producing. But I dabble in the creative arts. I like to direct and, get behind the camera, bring people's visuals to life, that kind of thing.
That's fire. I think, did you have any parts in DP The Unknown's her video yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Girl.
That was my 3rd video that I directed.
Crazy.
I actually did her video for Real Niggas as well.
Okay.
And then one for Fame Emmanuel. All 3 were just like so amazing to be a part of. Both of them are like super great and super talented artists. So I was just like so happy that they wanted me to do that.
And I think that's incredible because you've been behind the camera, but also it's like you've also done things by yourself. Like I will say you kind of drizzle your Nebula sauce over whatever you do. Like you have yesterday, which I watch if I need a vacation visually. I'm like, let me go ahead and type in yesterday and just escape real quick. But then also your song Lullaby. Your song, I don't know. We got to put some type of link in some bio, okay? Because y'all need to hear it. And
the link is in my bio.
Period.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like every time.
Sweet Intellect's bio.
Sweet Intellect's bio. We going to put it there too, period.
Aww.
And so it's like every time it's raining, it's just a vibe. Like anytime I'm inside, I need to feel wholesome. Yeah. So it's like, it's incredible what you do, which is why I wanted to have you on here.
Thank you.
Because, we do like to feel, we do like to get empathetic, but sometimes we like to get a little chaotic, and I feel like you got that in you.
I
You're
do.
creative,
That's
you
literally
know?
like me in 3 words: empathetic, chaotic, and what was the other one?
Intellectual.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, intellectual. You know where you're at.
Yes. Okay. So, without further ado, I think we should get into some topics. I've had a lot of things on my mind. It's been a hiatus that we've taken. Season 1 was great. I feel like season 1 we kind of tapped into like general topics, but as we progress, I feel like we need to talk about what the fuck's going on in the world because it's a lot of bullshit. Okay. We are in the middle of a panorama still. Okay. It's 2021. We're celebrating our first year anniversary of still having Miss Rona out and about. But now we got a vaccine. Okay. We got multiple vaccines. They're encouraging everybody to get vaccinated. I need to know, have y'all been vaccinated? Are you getting vaccinated?
It's a no.
Oh. Okay, she's locked in. That's a no. Okay.
No, I have a long history of just allergies and just having bad reactions to a lot of things. So when it comes to anything like that, I'm very just wary of it. And honestly, unless I absolutely need it, like I have COVID already, there's no reason for me to like jump in that boat.
Are you saying you had COVID in the past? Or are you saying
You currently have COVID?
No. Yeah, do you want a hug? No, I'm just kidding.
Right, I just want to tap in because we're very close right now. Okay, all right. I respect that. Teal, what about you?
Yes, got my first shot. I
Okay.
get my next one on like the 20th or something of May.
Yeah, how do you feel?
Good. I have older grandparents that are literally in their 80s, but they're both still like rocking, and they just got a new house, and like I want to visit them this summer, and so it
Yes.
just feels really important to go ahead and just take care of it. And it sounds like shows, concerts, traveling is gonna get a lot harder if you don't. So it's kind of gonna be inevitable for most people.
Yes.
Especially if you want to go out of the country, if you want to go to Europe, those kinds of things. So, I mean, I keep up with like some of the literature, but more not on the numbers and but or even like the scares about what the Moderna will do to you. I just keep up on the fact of like how they're trying to control us with the vaccine and how it's really important to like, I mean, I get it. Stand against it, or just like be one of those people that's gonna get with it, because you ain't gonna tell me I can't go in no.
There's actually exemptions. There's actually exemptions if you have like history of allergies and stuff like that. So for me, that's probably, if they forced us to get it for traveling, that's probably one reason that I would get it
around it.
Yeah, but I would get an exemption if we're talking about it.
Yeah, totally.
So if you get an exemption, if you're exempt from getting the vaccine, does that mean you can still like travel and go to the places that would require a vaccine?
I would assume so. I'm sure it depend on where you're going, but for most places, I'm sure like if you have a valid reason for not getting it, besides like I just don't want to, yeah, I could imagine that.
I feel like that could get a little chaotic only because people like the whole mask situation. Like you'll be at work and you're working around people and you have a customer come in. You're like, "Sir, could you put on your mask? I have asthma." And it's like, "Oh, okay, well,
so shouldn't you?
I'm like, "Where you're
Yeah, I
in
know.
right there? Whip it out. What you got? Albuterol? Like what you working with?" So it's like, I don't know. I feel like exempt does qualify for some people, like it always does. But I can already see it, like people traveling and you're like, "Where's your vaccine?" It's like, I'm exempt, and they're the ones fucking it up for everybody. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones who end up giving it or passing it on. What about you though? Are you gonna? How you feeling? You gonna do
Can
it?
I opt out of disclosing about the vaccine?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
She's mysterious, y'all. Oh my gosh. She said, "I'm not gonna give it to you."
My whole opinion about it is I believe that, they want us to get it for whatever reason they want us to get it. Yeah, but I'm not against anyone getting it. I think that there would be no reason in it being like some nefarious plot to like poison everybody. Like I have this coworker. The whole reason I'm against disclosing, let me go in. At work, they offered it to, I work on base for the Navy. I'm not in the Navy, but let me just, yeah.
She got that Navy bag. Okay.
But yeah, so they started offering it to people who are in contract with the Navy, and I have a couple coworkers who were just like so off the deep end when it comes to the whole vaccine conversation that I'm just like, I can't talk about this with just anybody. So my whole thing is I just would like to keep that information to myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I understand because that is a hot topic.
It's
It
too hot.
is.
It's honestly a very heavily debated thing.
Yeah.
I get asked like every 3 customers at work. It's like weather chat now. Instead of like the weather's great, it's like you get that vaccine.
You
like,
put that in your body?
Sir, I'm here to. You making a deposit or what? Why the fuck you? You do not need to know about my vaccination record.
And you don't know which way it goes either. Like if you say yes or no, you don't know how they're gonna take it because you might have somebody who's like they're putting chips in you and they're looking at you. I'm like, I got a cell phone. They're tracking everything they need to track.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
They're
I'm
already
not,
doing that with their phones. So
Right.
it's
If
like,
you have an Apple Watch, it can tell you your blood pulse and all
Oh my
that.
God, that's
So
true.
it's like,
yeah.
what else do they need?
You got a point there.
Yeah. So I'm like, when and if I do get it,
Yeah.
I'm not telling nobody. 'Cause
Wow.
I just can't.
I
I
just
can't.
think they want to like
Ooh.
stunt our creativity. They want to stunt our knowledge. They want to stunt our voice.
Yeah.
They want to mute as much of us as possible. That's why the first things to go was places to feel free, such as
Yeah.
bars, and places to listen to music.
Mhm.
And that's probably the industry that's going to die the most and have to be like literally like the rose rising from the concrete, right?
Yeah.
Like the one venue in town.
Yeah.
Like even like I've heard in San Francisco, a bunch of like the classic historic venues are getting shut down, and that's happening like around the country. They couldn't keep up with the live streaming and the inability to have shows, and obviously it's been a struggle for a lot of artists. I'm sure
Yes.
we like last year would have been a lot different for I'm sure
Yeah.
all of us
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
with our crafts. But I think we still pulled it out even so.
100%. No, and that's
Yeah.
the thing, like from the pandemic in general. So that's what makes me feel like even if you get vaccinated or you don't get vaccinated, we claim that the reason we want to be vaccinated, at least myself, is so I can enjoy my life. Like I do want to travel. I do want to go to these shows, but it's like, will we still prosper even if we don't get to? Just like how we didn't get to go outside, we had to wear a mask, yet we still created music. We still came out with shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, does skipping out on a vaccination still stunt your living? Because we lived last year anyway. It wasn't the best of times, but it was okay. It was all right. Like we made it work. Right now they say in California, that's where we at right now. Only 11% is fully vaccinated. But the CDC is saying that if you are fully vaccinated, then you can go outside with a mask off if you're outside. So you can't be like in a building with your mask off chilling. But if you're outside or if you're at a restaurant, you're now allowed to have your mask off if you're fully vaccinated.
I'm like, how are they regulating that?
That's my next question.
That was really
How
the
fuck-
biggest question. Like, how do you know? Nobody's carrying these papers around
Right.
unless
None of it is regulated. They just made it up as they went.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
I think it was
Sure, blue.
that was all of the
Blue,
COVID
red, and
pandemic.
purple.
Right.
What the fuck does blue mean?
Yeah.
He said N95. Never mind. No N95. Actually, double up on the N95 mask. Like, you know what? It was changing.
It was chaotic at the beginning,
It
man.
was
Now I think about it.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get the vaccine. It's definitely like I do feel judgment though when I tell people, whether it's a customer, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, unless they feel the same way, which is like, oh, I don't know what's in it, yada yada. It definitely kind of like, why do I feel like you're being condescending if I tell you no? It's a lot of like, well, we should help the world and it helps the people. And it's like, I know, but it's not helping me if I got a cyst in 6 months. Like if I can't
Right.
produce children next year or whenever the fuck I want to have kids, like, okay, fuck the world. Like, it's me. Hello. Like, I'm vaccinating myself.
Right.
I'm not vaccinating me and my friends. So,
Well, there's never been a drug pushed through the FDA as quickly, and it's still not
Oof.
approved. Like, it
Oof.
takes 5, sometimes 10, 15 years to get vaccines approved. So it's like, oh, yeah, we did it in 365 days.
Yeah.
Lies.
right. 'Cause
Lies.
where that cancer vaccination? Where's that cancer cure at?
Right.
That's
If
my-
we
Come
can do
on
that
now.
in 90 days
Yo.
and a year, we should be able to cure cancer.
My whole
come
thing
on.
is like, what else can mRNA technology do that they're not telling us? Because
Right.
I feel like if they could cure viruses like that, they must be just holding back. Like,
Yes.
I feel like this
yes.
is evidence that they can and are perfectly capable of creating medical technology to just like heal the whole fucking world, and they're choosing not to.
Well,
is
the
so
scary
true.
thing
Yeah.
is they don't want to do that because they don't want to tell you where it really comes from. They don't want to tell you that
And
this, and this. They don't want to tell you that because this
5G.
is an industry, and that 5G is permeate.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it is.
saying?
No, for real, it is. I just think those memes are so funny when people are like, "It's 5G."
That was really a whole
I
month
know.
of the
Oh
first,
my
of the beginning of the
God.
pandemic. It was like, this was the reason for COVID. It was
Yeah.
this 5G, and they keep putting up in your neighborhoods. Chill out.
Yeah.
Out. Most thing I got was radiation. That's
Right.
very, very light.
Yeah.
Hey,
We already had it.
I stare at the
Right.
microwave. I got
Yeah,
radiation
I'd be
for
right in
days.
front of that.
Listen, I'm trying to see that popcorn pop. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. If I got it, I got it already.
It's been
Right.
invented since the 50s. We'll
Right.
be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
We still living.
Exactly. So, I mean, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to tap in a couple episodes to see what's up with the vaccinations. Because, like we said, right now we're at 11%. We'll see when it's at 20. We'll see when it's at 30, damn near 80. Who knows how long that'll take? But it's going to be interesting to see because as the statistic goes up, as the percentage rises, things will continue to open. Now, have y'all been going outside? Don't lie.
I have not gone to a bar or club, no.
No, like you're not.
I need
really?
to,
I've-
like...
Oh,
I need to so bad. I'm like jumping out of my seat right now, but I haven't. I mean, I am so allergic to dumb, crappy people
Yes,
that
ma'am.
like I don't need to see them again. I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I think I'm super all right off that.
yes.
Yeah.
Cindy in the bar and in the
Go.
bathroom and I don't
And they
know,
don't
I'm
really, they put those
good.
little plastic things between you, but like that doesn't make that much of a difference
Yeah.
to me.
No.
And I'm
No.
not drinking like all drunk with my mask on, like
Oh,
Yeah.
can't breathe and I just want to party and I'm like, no.
you know what? But one thing about the mask I will say is like, because I've been to events and I'm like, I'm sipping a little bit, I'll smoke a little bit, eyes getting low. I put that mask on, I feel like I'm just like in the cut. Like, I feel like it's just like eyes, and I'm like, ain't nobody can tell I'm high right now because I got this mask on. That's cap. No,
And then your
everybody-
eyes are low. That's the
Right,
one
it's
important
just
part.
It's like lashes and the mask, like right there. I can't see shit. I'm faded. But no, I wouldn't say I've been outside to bars to clubs heavily, but I've been going out to eat.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I was
I'm not
gonna
gonna lie.
say
I'm
I've
going out
been
to
like
eat.
literally outside, like
Yeah.
outdoor or like rooftop restaurants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But not inside a bar or a club.
I
No.
have,
Yeah.
but that was because I was in Texas, and Texas, they're just wild. And I was out there, I was like, I'm gonna live, okay.
Texas is wild.
But then I went, and like nobody had a mask on. Like they had it on to walk in the door, and then they were in the club just on each other, like touching me
Oh.
and friends. And I was like, wow, this is free.
Whoa.
I'm gonna keep this on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so that's one thing. I think that's one thing I do love about masks. I've already said this. I will keep them because I just don't like people that close to me in general. So
breathing my
I
air.
will use a
Yes.
mask even after this pandemic is over, just because sometimes it's gonna work for me.
It's like
You're
a
too close.
safety blanket.
You're walking
Yeah.
your dog and like the other dog who the owner never picks up their poop, you like can't smell it. And you walk by a smoker and you're leaving yoga, you have your mask on, you can't smell it.
Yes.
So like I've learned a lot. I was riding public transit, so I can't
Mhm.
smell nothing. It was so nice. Spray a little lavender in that bitch. and shit. You're right. I do like the mask. I think like my real introvert side came out during this. I think everyone kind of tapped into just like being an introvert and being okay with it. So many people who thrive off being social probably had a harder time, but hopefully everyone came full circle and was like, hey, you know what? This is so good for me. And like this time to pause, to rest, what it did for the planet, for people. I think it could be, we could be better off from here on out. Hopefully.
Yes.
Did you guys have a hard time with like the social isolation in the beginning? Because I remember like that was a lot of the posts, like, are you guys okay? Check on your friends, but don't make them feel guilty because you know what I mean? Everybody's going through something.
100%.
But there was like a lot of just mental issues because people were alone. And a lot of people like they attach themselves to people and going outside because they don't like being alone.
Yes.
I do, but
I had a little COVID buddy. So like I worked through the whole entire pandemic.
Me too, yeah.
Like, so I was going to work. I had like my coworkers. They were young too, so I was never really fully alone. Came back to a house full of people.
Right.
Yeah, like, and yeah, I had a little friend that I would hang out with. I would kick it with.
Hey,
Okay.
friend.
Yeah, we would like ride around. Everything was closed. We would just be like, "Ooh, let's go here." Oh, it's closed. too.
Closed, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We would go to grocery stores for fun.
Wow.
Yeah, like I was never alone.
Target
That's
was
fire.
the life
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
while.
Ooh, Target.
Target, yes.
Yes. Yes. I feel you. I was an essential worker, so I was never really like, I didn't have to lock down. However, in the beginning of the year, I did end up getting COVID, and I actually had to quarantine myself
Oh my
away from my
God.
people, and it was terrible. It was like, oh, this is what depression really feel like. Okay, I see you. It was like, I don't know who I am because I can't go outside and experience myself. When you're just inside and you have just yourself and a TV and social media where you're seeing everybody outside living their life, that shit really affects your mental. I had to delete all my social media for the 2 weeks that I was out. But it definitely taught me a lot about myself. The fact that I could survive alone is fire. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out Solo Dolo. But would I do it again? Hell to the no. So shout out to anybody who's been quarantining for longer, because there are people who have had to because their job is closed. So they've just been home for like the actual year doing nothing, or people who are unemployed, you know, they're just literally locked down. I could never. Shout out work. This is
I
one
spent
time I'm
the
ever
first couple
saying.
months.
Yeah, true.
Fuck
Kept me
that
good.
job. But yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. I feel like also a good thing coming from the quarantine is I did a lot of, well, not a good thing for my pockets, but I did a lot of DoorDash, a lot of Uber Eats. I was on that bitch like crazy. I found out a lot of good food places that I haven't actually ever been to, but I was eating a lot of it. Like Snooze, never walked my ass up in Snooze. But let me tell you, I know the menu by the back of my hand because of Uber Eats. Like, that is my shit. Do y'all, wait, do you cook? You order food? Are we in that?
I did both.
I went through a little
Okay.
cooking phase in the pandemic.
Little cookie moment. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm now boycotting DoorDash and
Ooh.
all
Ooh.
delivery food apps.
What happened?
So much.
Oh
Yeah,
my
no,
God.
so much. They missed the door and all that. It doesn't matter. We'll get into all that. But what I'm saying is I'm boycotting them now, but they were essential, partially because of the pandemic, but mostly because I didn't have a car.
Okay.
So that was even more crucial. I even got on such stuff as Instacart to have like grocery
Wow.
delivery.
Yeah.
Which was clutch when I was starting keto. That's how I got through it without having a
Nice.
whip.
There you go.
I would just be at work, order all my groceries, and when I get home around 5 or 7, they're like waiting by my door.
Nice.
You know, so I definitely, I'm cool with that, but right now I'm boycotting it because financially,
Girl.
Oh, it'll suck your pocket dry.
that Chase statement is looking whack. DoorDash,
Shit.
where is my cut?
Because it's like,
My
first of all,
investment in the company.
they up the price in every item, and then you got the
Yeah.
delivery fee, and then they want you to tip.
That
Y'all
fee.
Because then
I
they put like
do.
3
You
different
do.
fees on there, and you're like, wait, the delivery fee is not the same as the service
As
fee?
the
I'm
tip?
confused about what exactly am I paying for here?
Exactly.
Right. And like, is everybody getting paid? Like, if I don't tip, is my driver still gonna eat tonight?
No,
like,
they're
is we
not.
cool?
They're
No,
really
they're-
not.
I saw a TikTok of a man. Oh my God, bless his soul. He was coming back from a DoorDash run, and he was a grown man in like tears. And he was like, I just did a $90 order and they didn't tip. And I just spent 2 hours at the restaurant waiting for their order. I'm not going to eat tonight. And I was just like, wow, like that's crazy. Cause I'm over here like, it'll be like recommended 18%, 20%. I'm like, I got 13.
Custom,
like, I can,
yeah.
ooh, custom. Hey, like, or ooh, hopefully they do not hate me. But I want to get into that because I've been talking to people about like, what is gratuity, and are you a part of it? Are you participating in it? Are you like, fuck them, they getting paid anyway? How you feeling?
No, I cannot leave a restaurant without tipping enough that satisfies. Like if I was in their shoes, like
Yes.
what I would want to get. Like if I just went to a restaurant by myself, and
Shout out
My-
going to eat alone.
it is so
Right.
fun.
It is.
It's nice. I just had a little brunch meal by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cute.
But my meal was like it was like $13.
Okay.
So I was like, damn, like if I tip 10-15%, he's only gonna get like $1.50. So I like matched what I spent because I felt like that was,
Oh.
like nice.
when
I don't
Like
know.
you doubled it?
Like you,
Yeah,
pay-
like I tipped him what I based my bill because
oh, that's
Oh,
the
wow.
yeah, like I can't
sweetest.
not do stuff like that because
Oh.
like I just feel like waiters and waitresses, sometimes they do, like, they make bank, but sometimes it's slow as hell. People aren't going to restaurants right now. I just wanted to do something nice.
That's the
That
sweetest
is
ever.
really nice. Yeah.
Humanitarian award goes to Nebula. Goddamn. We get one guest on the show and she starts flexing like,
No.
shit, wow.
Well, wait,
I
now
guess
gotta
I'm a
make
terrible
plans.
person.
That's usually if I eat, like, by myself. If I'm with everybody else, I don't have the pockets for that.
Right.
But, like, you know, like, I do what I can.
That's respect. Okay, so that's dining in. So if we're dining in, y'all tipping?
Oh, I always
Totally.
tip if I'm
Well-
eating there. If I'm like just picking it up, like I'm usually not going to tip. Like I didn't do anything else. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if they drop it off and they did a good job and they followed up my directions, yes, you get a tip too.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
earned
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Teal,
Yes.
what about you?
And, well, I kind of like test my servers.
Not the tester.
She said y'all got to
I
pass.
am. I'm the tester. I learned it from my mother. God, she sends everything back. You cannot take her out.
Oh,
to
no.
eat.
Oh, that's my mom.
But I love my mom. But no, I'm like the tester. Like, if you're cool, you're nice. If you come back a certain amount of times, like, I don't know. Like, it's just more like if you check on us twice while we're eating, you know, those kinds of things. I kind of keep note, and then that will kind of determine like who I'm gonna tip. I'm not saying they have to be like excessively bubbly or like ready to sit down and have a conversation or anything. Like, just be cool. And if you're cool, like you know, I think we ate last at Portside Pier,
Okay.
and it was pretty nice. It's like an upscale little spot. It was for Aaron's birthday, and
Cute.
like the girl was from Mob, and like I vibed with her energy. She smelled like incense and Nag Champa, so I was like, word, like I'm gonna tip her well. It's kind of like, could you be my friend? Oh, I'm gonna tip you well.
Okay.
But I'm not like the person who like writes a note or like, oh, maybe I should. You could do this better. And this. I'm totally kidding.
Do y'all have a survey I could take? If I could get the manager's number as well, I just like to tap in. No, I definitely feel you. I learned 20% is ideal. I've also worked the food industry before, so it's like I know like when that tip jar starts to get popping, you start to work a little harder. You start to become a little nicer because you're like, I'm really trying to get these tips. So it's like for me, until recently, I would even tip when I picked up.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I was getting finessed because I was asking everybody. They were like, "No, girl, I don't tip when you pick up. What the fuck? They already did their job." I was like, "Oh, you right." As
I had to
paid,
go
like,
drive
20%.
there to get it. Like
go inside and get it.
Yes, that's
What
what
you tip it for?
I was like. Oh shit! Or I'd be like, you know, we're eating to. Can I get it to go? And then like, you know, when the little kiosk pops up and it's like, great service, good job, whatever. I'm like, I do a little 50%, okay, blah, blah, blah. And
Sometimes
I'm like,
they be really nice though
sometimes they
when
do,
you walk in.
you know. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing that because. What the fuck? Like, I don't even know. You don't know what's going on. Also, what if I walk away, I get home and my food is trash?
Right.
I'm going to feel some type of way. I'm going to go back. Take that back. Thank you. The fuck? Like, no.
call your bank and say this was fraud.
This was fraud. Right. And
Get
DoorDash
the
will
whole
get
thing
you
back.
because you add the tip before. DoorDash adds the tip
DoorDash
before they
is a
even get there.
scammer.
Right.
And then they tell you it's a 2-hour wait.
And I swear
to
they
get your
get to see
food.
it too, because the
Oh,
ones that
yeah,
I know I tip the minimum, they be like the ones texting and calling me and like trying to make me come out to their
Right.
car.
Oh, yeah, I can't
But the
find
ones
you.
that I'm like, fine, just fuck it, $5 so I don't have to get bothered. And then I show up, and then they're the ones who are like, hi.
Yep.
Show up to the door. I'm like, you can see that, can't you?
They got the sauces, the utensils, the napkins. They
When
say,
I did
"Here you go."
Postmates, you can't see it until you complete the order.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
That's
is-
probably how it is. They better not, because I'd be like,
I think that's why I feel
Walking
bad
up
and
to
I be
someone's
tipping people
door.
regardless because I drove around. I think this was my first and last day doing Postmates.
Oh shit!
I drove
we have
around
an actual post. Okay.
forever doing orders and I made probably like $25. I was like,
Whoa.
okay, well.
You did Lyft before too,
I,
right?
Lyft was way more lucrative than
Yeah, I think I was doing it the
But,
same time as you.
yeah.
And Lyft, even then, you could do like a lot of hours and still kind of come home with like
Yeah.
100, maybe 125.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
More than 8
to-
hours?
super different.
You could do 8 hours and you could come home with that. But like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? But it's
It's a
still,
little
it's a lot because it's on your car. You're
Yep,
paying
yep,
for
yep,
gas.
yep.
It's like
Exactly.
anything that you essentially make, you're probably putting right back into doing this.
Right.
It's enough for you to come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what industry you shouldn't tip?
Uh-oh.
The cannabis industry.
Really?
Do not tip your butt tenders.
Ooh.
Okay, now listen, butt tenders,
Professional.
butt tenders. Now listen though.
Interesting.
Do y'all get those tips? I want to see all the hands raised. Whoever's a butt tender, which one of y'all get your tips? Because I work for 3 cannabis dispensaries and I get a percentage of my tips. So that beautiful jar you see sitting there with all that cash when you walk in and you're like, hey, I'm going to put a $5 bill in here today.
Always.
I don't get it.
Damn.
So I'm just letting y'all
I'm
know
dead.
you heard it here first. I won't name no names, but don't tip your butt tenders.
This makes all the
Fucking
money.
drop some knowledge on me.
But yeah,
Wow.
they don't make them, or certain companies will give you a percentage of them and on your check. So you wait 2 weeks and then and then how do you know? You got a
Exactly.
50 because that's the homie or
Right.
that's a really good client of yours.
Right.
You don't get your 50. So all that hard work. So it's like, and I feel like they're deceiving their customer base too by not letting their customers know, hey, my employees don't get those.
Right.
They're just like,
Right.
oh, pay the taxes, pay the 20% tax on your cannabis and throw some cash in a jar.
Ooh,
Like,
no.
it's kind of not like above board to me or like by the book at all. So just a little warning out there.
Hell
If you
yeah.
want, what you do is you buy your butt tender some weed, you throw a extra joint in your bag, and then you gift it to them.
Can you accept tips?
I can accept tips in
food
products.
and stuff like that. In products.
I wouldn't be able to smoke it, say, on shift, but if they were to like leave it for me with the receipt in a bag and like
Wow.
had bought me something, an 8th or whatever, oh yeah, my managers would totally be like, sure.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Good to
So
know.
Yes.
buy us stuff from the shop. Don't try to tip us in cash because we don't get it.
I just want to shout you out too because you are always coming through with like a personal joint for some like.
Yeah, no, you are.
Even
Yeah.
when she had her party, we
She had
got
an EP
joints in the
release
bag.
party.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the album yet.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't even get to that because
No.
that needs a whole moment. You feel me? But the EP release party, girl, I was hanging out with
Can someone
Kalia.
take pictures of their gift? Sorry to cut you off. Can
Yeah.
someone take a picture of their gift bag? Because ain't nobody take a picture
Oh,
of their
it
cute
was
gift
so
bag.
Because we
cute.
was smoking. We said
Oh.
weed. Took off everything on weed.
Literally put it on the
Shit.
top. It was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then later I was going through it. I was like, oh, it's great. Oh, what is this?
Right.
Opening
Okay,
bags
cute.
that had salts in them. I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever
Nice.
seen.
And
Cute.
the thing about
Never-
you always have like an aesthetic. So it wasn't just like a pre-roll. She put lavender at the bottom of the pre-roll
I love
container.
herbs.
Yes.
So it just kept it nice and delicate and dainty. And I was like, damn, if you were to have a dispensary, that shit would be lit.
That would be
That
so
shit would
cute.
be lit. Have a little meditation corner.
Between me and Destiny, and she was
Wow.
doing the drinks, and she's like hilarious. She's like our one of our other tarot friends, and everyone tries to come up. Did you have tequila or rum?
Oh.
Oh well, if you had rum, you got to stick with it. Like
Oh.
you can only have beer in this. Like she's just like the best bartender, like giving the best advice. You had tequila? Oh no, honey, can't drink that. Give that here.
Oh, no.
Let me fix this up for you. I was like, but yeah, no, I will say that Teal Ideal pre-rolls are in the works.
Ooh.
And you will be able to purchase them.
Period.
I'm
Through
gonna
a delivery
try.
service near you.
I don't smoke anymore,
Yes.
but I'll take a break from not smoking to try that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I could do a CBD flower one for you.
Oh my God, yes.
Totally.
I would
No
love that.
problem.
This
Yes.
is crazy. You
Got
know
the rope.
what?
Yes.
I was gonna say, got the literally, no pun intended. That sounds like a great giveaway as well. I feel like if people want to just do a little something, show a little love to Sweet Intellect, we might have to drop a couple rollies on them. Just as a thank you, because I know our viewers smoke. I feel like a lot of people who have tapped in with me
No, how much
they
we smoke.
they smoke some fucking
California.
weed. Yeah, I mean they listen to the podcast. There are times we can't even speak. So we like, I'm sorry, we just smoked a one. My
I
bad.
think last season, my favorite quote from you last season is you said, vibe check real quick because we done smoked a big ass blunt. I was like, oh, yes.
So when it comes to weed, we not tipping, okay? When it comes to, I remember you used to mention that you had the bartender at your EP release. I was tipping shawty like all day. Cause like when it comes to bartenders, my thing is I'm a tip before I even order. So I walk up, hey, how you doing? Boop. Let me get a margarita. Cause I'm like, if you want to splash a little extra tequila in there for your girl, just know I'm gonna keep these things coming. You see me, okay? And I got more where it came from. So when it comes to all that, I like to tip. But I've heard in certain cultures, in certain places, that like tipping is kind of insulting.
Yeah.
It can actually be a bad thing. I want to say it's an Asian culture thing where like
I
if
think
you're
it's-
tipping,
Thailand was like that.
Europe too.
I think in
Europe
France
too?
too,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to tip. I think it's like it's almost like I'm giving you extra money because you need it. Like you're not really
Yeah.
good at this, so
Let me
you're gonna
help
need
you
this.
out.
It's
Right.
like that.
And also from what I know, like they pay their servers like well. So
Mm.
for them, they're like, I don't need this. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
what I'm finna do with this.
Yeah.
I made triple that. Just keep it. You need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like, why are you
Yeah,
I'll
they're
take
so
it back.
trustworthy in Thailand. Like they're super trustworthy. So and they're just good people. So like, and it's in Thai money. So you sometimes are off. You don't really know, and you don't. Most like say a country like India, they'd probably hassle you for it and be like, see your weakness, hop on that game. But in Thailand, they're like, no.
Wow.
Too baht, too much, or like they'll totally help you. And then tipping, like your masseuse will be like, no, like she'll run after you and be like, no, you don't, like not like insulted, but like you don't need to do this. You don't.
Europe too.
I think in
Europe
France
too?
too,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to tip. I think it's like it's almost like I'm giving you extra money because you need it. Like you're not really
Yeah.
good at this, so
Let me
you're gonna
help
need
you
this.
out.
It's
Right.
it's like that.
And also from what I know, like they pay their servers like well. So
Mm.
for them, they're like, I don't need this. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
What I'm finna do with this.
Yeah.
I made triple that. Just keep it. You need it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like, why are you
Yeah,
I'll
they're
take
so
it back.
trustworthy in Thailand. Like they're super trustworthy. So and they're just good people. So like, and it's in Thai money. So you sometimes are off. You don't really know, and you don't. Most like say a country like India, they'd probably hassle you for it and be like, see your weakness, hop on that game. But in Thailand, they're like, no.
Wow.
Too baht, too much, or like they'll totally help you. And then tipping, like your masseuse will be like, no, like she'll run after you and be like, no,
Wow.
you don't, like not like insulted, but like you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this.
She said, we good over here.
We want to. We want
My
to.
sister told me once when she went to Thailand that she had left like her shirt or something in the spa at the
Okay.
hotel, and the next day like one of the people that worked there came and like gave it back to her and was like, you left this, we washed it for you, we cleaned it, here you go. And like it was crazy.
Wow.
That's so nice.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
That's crazy.
In Mexico, there's kind of like a theory of over tipping and how you shouldn't do it. I've heard before, like, okay, let's say you go to Rosarito and you give somebody, it's a $10 bill and you give somebody $5 just because you fancy, right? You got to like that. You say 12 tacos for $10. Let me just bless him real quick. It's kind of bad. It's looked down upon because it becomes a normal thing or it becomes a desensitization. Me personally, I'm gonna bless him. I'm sorry, but I know what living wages are in Mexico. I know how hard it is. I don't give a fuck about if it's gonna fuck up their economy. This man needs to eat, and if he can eat good on behalf of me, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But with that being said, like, okay, that's a tip. That's gratuity because you did something for me, right? Then you have people who ask for tips just because they just out here living. Like, you have people who are like, hey, if you want to support me, I got my Cash App in my bio. And it's like, what are
Yo.
you doing for me?
That reminds me of a time when I used to work at H&M and I was helping this customer. I was like doing a really good job getting him an outfit, picking out an outfit for him. He was going on a date or something like that. And then while he was in the fitting room, I was in there talking to my coworker and I was just like on hard times or something.
Uh-oh.
Because I was like complaining about my life. Like I forgot that everyone in there can absolutely hear everything that I was saying.
She on the
And
loudspeaker.
Yes. This man comes out of the fitting room and he hands me back the stuff that he didn't want. And then he was just like, hey, thank you so much for helping me. And he handed me like a $5 bill.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, thanks. Like not putting two and two together. Like, wow, I did a really good job. Like he just wanted to give me money. Like I'm so good at this. And then my coworker was like, bitch, he heard you talking about how broke you are. And I was like, damn, like.
That's real.
Oh,
You're a real
but-
one.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
get that. I get it. I appreciate
She was
you.
like, don't tell the other managers I saw you cake that. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
another thing. Like some jobs, I can't accept tips. I can't accept. Well, we do work in a financial
Yeah.
industry, so what I do
kinda
is
makes
I
sense.
do count money out to people. So for me to be like, and two for me, here's your
Just all
receipt.
on camera.
Right? Like I can't, I can't do that. But we can accept certain gifts, but like tips. No, that's not happening. That shit is trash to me. I'm sorry, but it's not my fault. I'm an excellent
Right.
employee, and they want to be thankful
be
for
giving
me.
me money.
Right.
That's
I
actually
might
one of the
just-
reasons that I tip in restaurants now is because I worked in the food industry, but I worked in places where I couldn't accept tips, but I knew exactly how hard they run you. Like I
Okay.
used to work in a senior home. Okay. Old people, when they want their food in a specific way, and you
Yes.
got to be like, yo, you can't chew this, Deborah. I'm going to cut it up for you, and it's going to take me an extra 15 minutes. Like,
Right.
give me a break. Okay.
Mhm,
But then you can't get tips. And I definitely had people who would be like, here you go, take this. No, I cannot. I will literally go to jail.
Really?
Please stop.
In the old folks
Wow.
home,
Mm-hmm.
I had a coworker who was like not a coworker, a friend who was a nurse, and she worked at like a convalescent home at one point, and she said that like one of her coworkers, some dude like wrote her into his will because like he just loved her so much.
Wish
I was
they were
like,
home.
I know. I'm like,
Ooh, okay.
that kind of sounds like a super lit job, but also no.
Yeah.
No, because then he passed. You
Yeah.
probably had a huge bond. Oh, you right.
Yeah.
It's bittersweet.
It's
It's
different.
bittersweet.
It's different. It's different.
It's
But yeah.
different.
We cried a little bit. A couple people that were like, damn.
Mm.
And they always say it goes in threes. So it would
Oh,
be
they
like
do.
back to back
Mm.
a couple of the residents, which is, they were always
Damn.
my favorites too. Just made me.
I feel like old people be tipping. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wish they tipped me when
my
I worked with
grandpa,
them.
I always
No.
come on,
Grandpa's at 5. Come on.
Come
He's still
on,
tipping like he was
$2.
20.
You can't take it with you. Come
What
on.
you gonna spend your money on? What does grandma need?
Come on.
Right.
Cop it up.
That
You
reminds
can't
Always
take it
been
with
like
you.
that too. Like
Done.
always like that. I don't know.
I'm curious because that's family. Now, what if you're on a date?
Ooh, that is
What
the
if
worst.
you're on a date? First of all, if you're on a date and the other person's paying, are you going to offer the tip?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's fair.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But also-
that's the falsetto.
No.
Was that believable?
No.
Okay. Second part to that question though. What if the other person who's paying doesn't tip at all? How you?
I'm gonna
you
tell
feeling?
you to tip. I've
you
told
tell
people to tip.
I
Yes,
have
I'm.
as well.
I would probably say something too. Actually,
I'm getting a
like,
look from the other side of the room, and I've told him to
I'm
tip
like-
as well.
You
that's
should-
gonna be me,
Did
but
you
then
put
it's gonna
zero?
be me.
Hold on, let me add a one in front of that.
No.
I'll
Do
cover
it.
it.
What are you talking about?
Wow.
I tell him to tip, and then I'd be like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, right. That's
He did not tip you. What,
what?
girl?
Must be rough. No, I feel like you should tip. First of all, I'm the type to offer the tip. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, if you got that, I got the tip, whatever. But like, if they're like, no, I got it, I assume they're going to tip. There's been one time where like, I feel like it's always nervousness, especially if they're paying with card, because they're like, you get the bill and they have the pen. And they're like, all right, let's see, you got 15. Carry the, and they just like kind of quickly close the book, slip it. And I'm like,
What did you do?
what did you do? 'Cause I didn't see the
Are you
second
gonna
line.
open it up and look?
I don't. I haven't.
You gonna leave that to him? huh?
No, because like I said, I offered. They said they got it. I'm gonna trust that you got it. Then. Not like, no, it's cool. They don't need one. That's a whole other
That's
conversation.
when I just take some cash out,
Yeah.
slip it in there, regardless of what they put, because I'm like, I can't not. I didn't see what you put down, and I kind of don't have faith that you want to.
You don't seem like a tipper. My sister actually told me when I was like 12. She was like, when you date somebody, if he doesn't date or tip 15%, don't date him
No.
because
Oh,
he's
for
cheap.
sure.
Because he's cheap and he
Hey.
won't spend money on you either.
Yup.
I'm sorry,
I
but
was
yeah,
like-
that's a red flag to me. If it's no tip, like I'm really
Like,
kind of.
you want them to starve?
Where is
Yeah.
your empathy?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
me and my man went Dutch on the first time.
And that's cool. That's totally cool.
It was cool. It was casual.
Yeah.
But it let me know how broke his ass was.
And now they engaged.
Then because
Right.
like if you got it like that, you would have just got it, right?
Right.
You don't need to go Dutch. You're not going. Well, no man is going Dutch for no other reason than he ain't got it. Like he's trying to impress a woman. He's gonna pay
Right.
the bill.
Right.
I'm
That's
sorry.
it.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm
You
so
can
sorry.
offer the tip. That's very gorgeous
Offer-
and sexy of you, but
Yes.
he's still gonna be like, nah, boo.
I got it.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a narrative about men where they're like, I'm not going to pay for the first date because I want to see where she's at. Also, there's a trend that women do where they just go around and date people for the dates and that's it. They don't get
True.
nothing else from them. But
True.
I'm so sorry, but it's an investment, sir. And investments sometimes carry risks. And a $20 dinner is a investment you
Yeah,
might need
don't-
to
we don't-
risk. Okay,
We
like
gotta go to Ruth's Chris
we ain't
on the
gotta go
first
right
date.
here. Like, but that little Applebee's 2 for $20.
Come on.
Just don't
Yeah.
take me to
God.
Denny's, okay?
Oh,
Oh no.
value
Don't do
meal?
that.
You fucking with it?
No,
Look,
okay. If you
not
take
on
me
a
somewhere
date.
cheapy cheap,
That's for
and
after
you
we
don't
went out
pay
and we
for
got
me,
drinks,
and, you
and now
don't
it's 2
tip.
a.m. and now we're just
That's like
drunk.
month 3
Like
when
that's
you're
different.
DoorDashing.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a whole
Okay.
different thing.
Okay, so we are. I see a majority of us are offering the tip. It's a red flag if he's not. He definitely should. Now I got a question. Okay, so let's say not even you're on a date. At this point, you're just with other people. You walking down the street. It's a lovely day. Whether you got cash on you or not, there's a person to the side who says, "Hey, ma'am, do you have some spare change?" What you replying?
If I have some spare change, I would give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are just
Okay.
a saint.
If I don't
Got
have
the
any
nicest
spare
cash.
change, I wouldn't give him.
Well, okay,
any money.
okay.
You have a Cash App.
Yo.
If I have sometimes I'm walking out of a restaurant, I have leftovers. If I don't have any money that I can give them, I'm like, "Do you want some food?" And they're like,
Okay.
"Yeah." Like, there's that as well.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. I think the last time I went to give somebody change, it was literally change. I didn't have no cash on me. I was in my car. They came up to the car. I was like, shit. Yeah, I got something. So I like get the little coin thing out. I get the coins out. I give it to them. They start going through it. That's fine. They start going through it and picking out the pesos, the little Mexican coins I have. And they're like, I don't need this, but bless you. Thank you. And I was like, wow.
What if somebody else
crazy.
did? Pass it on.
I know, like, you
Yeah.
sure you ain't gonna cry? A couple tacos, shit, you could trade it for something. But I was just
Yeah.
like, we're getting very particular now, to the point where there's now cash apps in the little signs.
Right.
Yeah, I had a young
Yeah.
boy. I was eating in North Park. Inside, this is way before COVID, and I was eating inside the restaurant. He opened the door, came inside the sushi place, and started rapping his little ass off.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
At my table. You know, I had to hype him up one time. Okay, little homie. Okay, little homie.
Yeah.
Okay, little homie. And then afterwards, he was like, I got Venmo.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
you do.
Youngin.
Wow.
And he's like names off obviously his mother's name, you
Okay.
know.
Mm,
And I'm like,
dang.
dang, you just got your little kids out here hustling.
Pimping
Mhm.
your kids out.
Yeah, I got the Venmo all out. I was like, I
Mhm.
think I gave him like $6 if I remember. I was like, that was a good little rap. He came up on the right person, seeing as
Yeah.
a musician and an artist.
Yeah. He saw the
Maybe
drip.
if he would have saw Painter, he would have just came up and started painting a
Oh,
picture.
shit.
I don't know. Maybe he was.
Teal, that just happened to me. Like, I went to
Mm.
this seafood place in the gas lamp, or I don't know if it's strictly seafood, but I will never eat in the gas lamp again
Ooh.
during COVID, first and foremost, because it's just nasty. Like,
Oh, the outside
yes.
And it's
In
been
the
dangerous.
streets.
People have
shit. In
been.
the streets.
In the streets.
I'll
And
go to
going
make a
through
right
some
turn. Like, oh, shit, there's people eating.
There's
Like, oh,
people
my
eating
God.
in the streets.
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
yeah, the little outside restaurants I can't. But because like the whole world is just walking past you, which is leading into the story. Some dude is like performing for like all the different people in all these different restaurants, like just like giving it his all. He like sang happy birthday to some girl.
Oh.
And he had this like little friend holding his boombox. I was
Oh.
like, he's about to come over. And he came up to me, my friends, and was doing his little dance. So I was like, and they were obviously performing for tips, so I gave him some money. But
Yes.
it was just like, damn, like you are working out here. Like,
Yeah.
like he was going all the way up and down Fifth Avenue.
Damn.
I actually never feel obligated to give like street performers money.
You don't feel
I
obligated?
don't feel
Especially if it's not good.
because yeah, or
Step
if I
your game up.
yeah, if I've seen it before, you busted like a dance move. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. You're on a block with 50 other street performers. 'Cause it's usually in the same spot.
This is crazy. She said, I saw that shit last weekend. You came with the same 8 count. You better switch it up, honey.
Yo, there's a guy. Have you guys seen that sword swallower? The one that is always.
No.
He's getting my tip.
It's
Right, hold
Seaport
on, wait a
Village.
minute.
No, it's Seaport Village. This guy has been performing for years. Like I remember him as a child. Like so, he has like a sword. He knows how to swallow it. He knows how to like light shit on fire. He'll like
Oh,
put it like I don't even know how he balances the sword so that it's vertical, but he can lay his entire body on the sword.
oh.
And so
What?
it's just it's like you agitate my like nerves, you know what I mean? Like
make
it's
you
just
nervous.
it's
like
scary.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to tip you. I actually don't want to look at this, so I
I'm
don't
not
stick
encouraging
around for
this.
that. Yeah.
Right.
It's dangerous.
Things like that, I'd be like, I don't know what you did that you had this much time to learn.
You know
No.
what? Somebody actually sticks out from my childhood. Young too. Like I remember being like 5, and there's this guy that would in the city who would sit in the embassy suites lobby
Okay.
and play piano, and was like
Oh.
the only black guy I'd ever seen. Right, and I was so drawn to him. So my grandparents would always take me there so I could listen to him play his piano, and I'd always tip him like as much change as I have. Then I'd make a wish in the fountain as well. And like actually he like sticks in my mind, and he always used to play the Charlie Brown theme song.
Bobs.
And it used to just get me every time. I'd be like,
Ooh.
I was
Yeah.
like, I would get to it. But you know, like, it's weird.
can
People
just
stick
imagine
out
little
like that
Teal.
in your life.
Yeah.
There's been people along the way. I don't know. For some reason, I always cultivate like a pretty healthy understanding with homeless people, but they always end up doing something like pretty drastic for me. Like the last time I tipped somebody, I tipped him a mask and some, paper money.
Yeah.
He pumped my whole gas for me,
Okay.
I thought that was just a genuine thing to do. And we were like laughing about how much it was going to cost. And he was like, it's going to go over 50. I'm like,
wow.
Okay.
Like, you pocket watching. All right. Don't worry about my gas.
That's an extra tip for him.
Right.
Like, that's
and
a
then
service.
I see him again and he's like, you angel, you angel. And I'm
Wow.
just like, I don't know why. For me, I just like, I always try to make some kind of effort, but there is some things that I just like don't get by. For some reason, I get really judgy if it's like a woman with kids.
Ooh.
No, I do too.
I'd be like, I want to tip you, but I don't know how. to
I
get
got a
here,
story.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have your
It's
kid up. Like, I know
hard.
why, but I also like,
know
I don't
why.
know if
being
you're
a
just using
single
your
man
kid.
or a single woman wanting to go live your life like this and like, make ends meet, but like kids in the mix, it's like hard. It's like it pulls at your heartstrings and you want to help, but then
Yes.
there's like something blocking me from doing so. I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe I need to get over that.
I think, okay.
For me, it's them being like, hello, look at all of my children with me.
Yeah.
Look
Give
at
me
them
your
dirty.
money.
Yeah, we ain't eat. Like, no,
And they never like want food. It's always money.
money.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're-
And I'm like,
Yeah. It's a
Like, this
scam.
seems backwards. Yeah.
I'm here to say it's a scam. Not all of it's a scam, of course, but like there's too many people. One, okay, my mama gonna kill me. My mom is a hustler. Okay, she's a changed woman now. Shout out her sobriety. Shout out her growth. Okay,
Word.
but she need that money. And I remember my grandparents would take care of me, but I go see my mom for the weekend. And one time we were hanging out with my mom and her boyfriend at the time. I said, "Mama, what we doing today?" She said, "We going to the park." I said, "Okay, Mama, we go to the park." She said, what we doing at the park, Mama? She said, "I need you to go up to them and I need you to ask if they have some spare change." I said, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
my goodness.
And so I dead ass, like, I remember back in the day, like, I have helped my mom panhandle, even though I was fine. I was so young, I didn't know what we were doing. I was like, this is Disney Channel. I'm in my acting bag. Sir, I'm sad. Can I get some monies? Like, I was like, this shit is fun. I'm ready for the big screen. But my mama was really just finessing niggas. And then also working at a bank, we get these people who come in looking Krispy Kreme, crispy clean, depositing hella ones, fives, tens, M's in their bank account, thousands. I won't lie, but M's, they got money.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
shit.
what are you doing? You a bartender? They're like, nope. And then a coworker will be like, he be on the street, girl. I'm like, oh shit, he eating better than me.
Wouldn't that be crazy to see your customer just out there and you like, I saw your bank
You got
account.
a premier checking account. Wait a damn minute.
Tax-free.
Like, hold on. You got a tax free. Exactly. So it's like,
Smart.
I mean, in California, there's a lot of homeless people, unfortunately, but I will say, like, everybody's going to take advantage of everything. And not that it's a scam, because they're not saying they need the money. Technically, everybody need money. Everybody need more money.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you could do without this couple dollars. That's for sure. I don't know. Gratuity is definitely, it's a thing. I think, like, being online, if you do something like a service where you're an entertainer or something, you can put your link in the bio and have people support and donate. But it's a thin line for me. It's a gray area because it's like, what are you doing? Have you ever put your Cash App, your Venmo in your bio?
I've
for people to
experimented with
donate?
it.
Has it worked?
Yes,
Wow.
actually. Remember when all the white people felt guilty during Juneteenth last year?
Yes.
I got like $300 from that.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. Like, I mean, obviously they wanted to support me because I'm a creative and like I'm a Black person.
Hello.
So there was like intent behind it. It wasn't just like people just giving me money just because of me being me.
Right.
But I had like a whole thing because I was working to build my like workstation to make music in my room. So people donated to me and I built that shit. So
Okay.
yeah, like
Wow.
I had it for a little bit. I don't know if I'll do it again.
Okay.
I think you only get so many of those where you can be like, please give me money.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Like for no reason other than
For
I'm
no
asking.
reason, right.
So I will probably wait till I'm real down bad
Okay.
to do that again.
Okay.
But yeah,
How
it
do you
worked.
guys feel about, how people, when they're like, I'm down on my luck, I'm trying to do this, and that. This is my Cash App if you want to donate it. Because I personally, like, every time I see that, I'm like, what else is happening? Like, I'm sure there's something that's going on, but everybody else is struggling too. So
Yeah.
exactly how down bad are you
Mm-hmm.
that you are asking your friends who are probably in similar situations for money?
I've seen a PPP loan.
Ooh.
She said, y'all, I applied for the PPP loan. The feds caught
They caught
on.
me.
I need to get $20,000 so I don't go to federal prison. Please
Yeah.
help me. And I'm like, sis, you did that. I don't know where she's at with that,
Yeah.
but she did that. The Gorilla Glue lady, you know, the girl who put the Gorilla Glue on her head and it like froze. They raised like $100,000 for sis in such a short time just from that TikTok.
When she got her hair stuck to her head.
yeah, remember she
needed a surgeon to like get it off. Basically.
And then he did it for free.
And then he ended up doing it for free. But I think it was like
she living.
she donated a lot
yeah,
of it.
she actually did.
Yeah.
She
like
did.
she in Tulum.
Yeah.
Fuck
No,
me.
and she has like 6 or 7
Yeah.
kids. So I
Donated
was
it
like,
to
I wasn't
myself.
hating on her if she kept some of it.
Hey, I'm not mad at that at all.
live your
but
life, girl. But damn, she made a
No.
dumb
She's
ass
using it
mistake.
for
I really
therapy.
want to know what OnlyFans is about. I just
Ooh.
want to get turned on to like one really good OnlyFans person so I can see what this is about. Kari obviously can recommend one.
I would-
Hey, hit 'em up.
Because
Rolodex.
I'm like, is it like a cute anime girl, but her boobs are out and she's playing her Nintendo game?
Yeah.
Or is it like,
It's porn.
oh, so and so's gonna?
Is that what you've been
It's
looking
called salsa and dusting. That's gonna be mine, guys. I'm gonna salsa and I'm gonna dust things around the house.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's
I'm just really curious as like what these
Weird.
girls are making these millies off of.
They're getting fucked on camera.
So it's just like porn. Damn it! I thought it was like really creative, artistic women. Like
Some
that.
are.
I think there's
Some
very
are.
few, very rare occasions where people will like Bad Baby. They already
Yeah.
have a name for themselves, so they don't have to do that kind of thing.
Jordan Woods.
They just pop out, take some undie pics,
Yeah.
stuff that you would see on their Instagram.
yeah,
Right.
but
And
they
then-
charge you.
But they
And
start
they charge,
charging.
yes.
Like I know a cannabis girl who does that.
Yeah, it's
But
like that shit.
I know the titties is out on our OnlyFans. I just
See, you gotta girl. When I tell
gotta
you,
subscribe.
when I tell you, I put in my debit card information to see Trey Songz do a little something, and I got nothing but just a dick print and some sweats.
No,
Like, girl, he got content. Like he's uploading. It's consistent, but I still have
I'm-
not seen it.
I'm sure you
Oh.
can see Trey Song's dick for free
and I
if you
did.
just Google it.
Oh, I did.
I
I
got
saw
a
it.
concert
Dick
video.
at that show.
Like, what'd you say?
we saw him live, didn't we see his?
We did
dick
see him,
then?
which is why I was like, let me just go ahead and subscribe. 'Cause I feel connected. But no, tell me why I went on it, and it's literally these really pretty women, and they're just like, all over his sweats. I'm like, this is gross. I want an X video. I said Trey Songz leaked. I saw that shit immediately. I said, let me go ahead and dispute this charge because I need my money back.
Oh,
soon as you
does
said
anyone
that, what came
follow
in my mind-
Tyga's OnlyFans?
Tiger get it popped.
Tyga, I'm pretty sure is making porn.
No,
Is he
he
not?
is. No, he
Okay,
is.
for
And it's
real.
fire.
I
and
subscribe to
it's fire.
Tyga,
Yeah.
too.
Word.
No, because it's for free. I get it for free. Yeah.
Oh.
So I just hello. No, I'm here for it. 100.
It's plugged up.
Yeah, I'm plugged up.
Okay.
I can shoot you the link.
It's
It is
cool. You can
bookmarked.
keep it.
Okay, for sure.
I
for
was
sure.
thinking of what was that song he made with the lime and the coconut back in the day? Remember that?
What?
Remember when he came out with that song? Is that what it's called?
No.
Yeah, put the lime in the coconut. It was like when it was. I was in middle
Is
school.
it a dirty
I think.
song? Was it
I
dirty?
know,
That's just what I'm
Oh,
thinking
I
about.
was like, is it
it's not
dirty?
dirty. That's just what I'm thinking about. Like,
Oh.
like the theme for his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
The theme is porn.
I was gonna say I don't think you need a thing.
I'm
like-
gonna paint topless.
Okay, that's a good
But I'm
idea.
only gonna show my back.
Are you gonna paint with your body?
Oh, the
Yeah.
Yo.
He's gonna be like
Ultimate
thirst
this.
trap.
Titties to the wind, but no one could see it.
Yeah.
It's just like, ooh.
Maybe to the
me
side.
find- you get a
then you
side
turn right
boob.
back.
Little
Yeah,
side
yeah,
titty
little
view,
side.
little-
Ooh, never mind. Maybe if you send a tip, okay.
Right.
You
tip.
thought that was my nipple.
You can do it in tears too.
And then I show my painting at the end of every OnlyFans stream, and it's
Oh.
like,
It's all
So
abstract.
No, yeah,
Come
you
buy
can
it.
do it in tiers. Like they have to pay a certain amount to get the side titty.
Whoa.
Otherwise, it's just the back.
right.
Yes.
There's
Right.
levels
Whoa.
to this
There is
membership.
levels to it.
Or like silhouette.
Per.
Be like silhouette
Yeah.
fucking
Silhouette.
people in
But
red
that's-
lights.
People got that on a challenge. They
You
got
know
that
what?
on
And that brings
Instagram.
me to my
But-
next topic because we
Like
have
to be
OnlyFans.
mysterious.
Right. We have OnlyFans where people subscribed, they pay for it. But then there's shit like TikTok where you can go see that ass for free. That shit is crazy to me. The
Yeah.
TikTok is a deep dark hole.
Why do my weed videos keep getting taken down?
Oh,
There's porn on
isn't
TikTok.
that shit
Sometimes they're
crazy?
quick with it, and then other times I'll be scrolling. Oh, booty. Booty in my face.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I
Right.
think it's like Twitter. Like Twitter, everything
Twitter
goes. There's no filter
Twitter.
or anything.
Free for all.
I love Twitter because it could be noon or it could be midnight.
And then you
I'm
just see
seeing some
straight
ass.
vagina.
And
Like you're
it's
like,
great.
Butthole.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
like I wasn't
full
even
hole.
on that. But
It is
okay, let's
8
talk about
a.m.
shit. Yeah, I'm always like, hey, what the threats talking about? No, I feel like so TikTok is now a profitable app.
Mm-hmm.
Are we seeing profit? Do you guys use it to view or do you guys actually make TikToks?
I make TikTok.
You do? You make
Mhm.
TikToks?
I've made some TikToks. I've never gotten into like the scrolling thing.
Okay, so you've only mainly created but not actually viewed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, what about you?
And I'm only gay on TikTok. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gay on TikTok.
TikTok gay.
Happy?
We love it. Wow.
I am.
What
I
does that
only follow
mean?
powerful, beautiful, feminist, black, lesbian women.
Okay, I had to
Oh,
really,
okay.
yeah, we needed context. on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. I use
So
TikTok.
I'm super gay. Like there's a rainbow in my bio and all that shit.
What?
And then they go to your Instagram and they're like, she's engaged.
Thought pocket. Just kidding.
This is crazy.
What is going on?
I'm totally kidding, but no, I do follow powerful women who are owning their bodies and all that. There's not a
Yes.
rainbow in my bio, but I'd like to think that I could be on TikTok.
Yeah.
Shit. There's no DM. Oh, there is DMs on
There
TikTok. You never
is.
know.
I've
Yeah.
never gotten one.
You never know. I think it's cool because like TikTok, you can create, you can view. I like the creation part, although that shit is mad tedious. If
It
you actually want it to
is.
be good,
Mhm.
you can easily spend an hour just on like a 30-second TikTok.
Oh,
But I
God,
like
yeah.
the duet shit. Like I'm a big fan of the duets. Like somebody posts something and then it'll split screen you and you can either do the same thing as them or you can go back and forth.
Mhm.
I think that's fire. But nonetheless, I feel like the app is uniting people
Mhm.
one way or another. I feel like now, like if we wanted to hang out, we could hang out and make TikToks. Like that's insane to me.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, you want to go to the beach or shit like that. I mean, maybe it's a content creator thing. Maybe it's like shit only creative people do. But there's been times like last time I was at Balboa Park, there was like these two girls and they kept taking turns on like in front of a statue and they were just dancing. But like they were being filmed. They were filming each other. And I'm like, this is crazy how it's the norm. Like you just go outside and you see people just gigging for no reason. No reason. I'm a fan of it. But with that being said, how do you see it turning as far as where TikTok can go for society? Do you see it being for the better of society or do you see it being for the worse? There's two sides to everything.
I could see it being better just in the way that it's a special kind of way that you can connect because like you said, you can do the duet thing. So that means like even those acting ones where somebody comes up with their half of the script and the other person just freestyles the other half. You know what I mean? Like it's a very interesting way of being creative. And honestly, I think there's
She's on TikTok right now. Busted. Oh, busted. Look at that.
confiscate her phone.
As we talk about, is it for the better or
Y'all
worse?
can't talk about no social app and tell me not to get on
It's
it.
ruining
Like-
your in-person social interactions, ma'am. No, but I can definitely see like all the different ways that people use it because there's people who give you hacks and all these different
Ooh.
tips for life. And then other
Oh, I
people who are
love
just
the
dancing.
hacks.
So there's a huge variety, just the way the Instagram is. But I think it's almost gonna be limited to that, just because it's only that format of videos. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then Instagram has like where you can see the comments, you can see everything that as it's going on.
That's true.
And it's limiting that
Have you
way.
ever dove into a comment section on it under a TikTok?
I have not. Well, I have, I
wild.
guess, but I don't go there
Not
too
not
often.
heavily.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like,
love the recipes, like the keto TikTok. That's what I learned a lot about. Like keto was on TikTok. It's the makeup tutorials. Them shits be getting me. Or like the unboxings.
Ooh.
Or like really lucky girls who are apparently in with, I don't know, what do you call it? The influencers. And then they get all the stuff and they like unbox it and they get like all this like Versace makeup for like no money. I just be like, psh, scroll. But yeah, no, I mean, I see it's useful, but I just see a lot of social apps just kind of deterring the inevitable, which is that we don't give a fuck about each other. We're all desensitized. We can watch a guy get murdered on television. We can watch his trial for 2 weeks, and then we can get online and fucking drop our single the next day.
Yeah.
Like it's like so, or like, you know, people passing away. It's so more insensitive. You get all these RIPs and all these congratulations, or you know, in my case with my engagement,
Mm-hmm.
and it just is not as real as getting a voice note from my sis or getting a call saying how much you enjoyed the party. And you know, like I just feel like the people you really care about, you're gonna have to make that extra effort to really like be with those people, because these social apps will take you away to these strangers who you think give a fuck about you.
Ooh,
They're
the
strangers.
tea.
You don't even know these people.
The tea. I think, yes. I think in a situation of TikToks like the hacks, learning how to dance. I ain't never know how to like really hit the folks or like, you know, whip it until I got on TikTok. So like there's that, but I also.
But then you see white people learn how to crip
Oh.
walk.
Oh, my God. They be,
And now they're
Oh,
doing their
they
own
be-
tutorials.
the
Stop
cultural
it.
appropriation on TikTok is unparalleled.
Disgusting.
It is like where white girls go to do that.
To study.
Wearing
study
their
and
blue
do
bandana
University of
dress.
TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. And that's why I'm like, the downsides of it is, one, the fact that we feel that our original shit can just be taken, but not only taken, but go viral overnight, even if we had something to do with it, and we don't have to get any of the credit for it.
Right.
But also, it's like we now have a shorter attention span. So it's like, if I drop a music video, I mean, the most buzz it gets is for the first minute to minute and a half, and we got a 5-minute music video. But because we're so used to the TikToks where it's like view it, swipe, view it, swipe, view it, swipe, that it's like, shit, it's kind of hard. It's really kind of hard to keep people engaged. And so we'll see. We gonna see where that shit go.
I mean, back to the whole credit and people like stealing ideas. That's why I don't use a lot of those like new apps that they're coming out. Like Instagram keeps advertising them to me. Like they made one for singers and songwriters and stuff. And I was just like, this seems like a great way to get all of my ideas stolen. So,
Oh shit! You know what? I will say I tried the Bars app. That shit, they're still in the beta testing move. But the way I saw it was like Vine, TikTok. You have those people who first got on there and started making shit and pushing content, and they're now verified. So it's like they're the ones who now get bags. Like they have TV shows. So I got on the app. I started pushing content. And now it's to the point where I'm an ambassador for the app.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
it's like we're now beta testing new features for the app, and just being somebody who is like, yeah, let me try this shit. Like, it's cool. So there are the good sides to it. Now with Bars, it's fully, your shit's copyrighted. Like you can use that. And yeah, you can use that shit, post it wherever you want. They're not gonna do shit, but obviously don't put the beat on Apple Music, because that's a producer who did that.
Yeah.
But they're very respectful. However, yeah, Voisey and shit, I don't know. I can't speak on them.
that's the one
I
that-
can't speak on them.
yeah.
You know what? We're gonna have to make some. We're just gonna have to make some and try. We made one TikTok.
What are we making? Oh.
Yeah, we're making social media things. They're gonna have to tune in though. They're gonna have to tune in for sure.
The
Ladies,
TikTok was fun.
Oh
That was
my
my first
gosh.
TikTok with y'all.
That was my first little challenge, because it's like
Oh, yeah.
hashtag. What is it? I am challenge.
I am wealthy. I am.
Yeah.
That was very
That
cute.
bitch. Yeah, yeah,
That's fun.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Oh, yeah.
Chill.
Hey, children, we get 10 seconds. We get 10 seconds. Ladies, this has been so much fun. I could talk to y'all for years. Before we go, I definitely want to plug y'all in. Teal, let us know what you got going on right now. Where can they see you? Where can they hear you?
Right. Yo, it's your girl Teal Ideal. I just dropped my album, TEP, is on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. Go ahead and buy it on Bandcamp, because that money comes right back to me like right now. And also on Audius, which is going to be one of your newer platforms. Super excited to start working with them on some other shit. So yes, stream my EP at Teal Ideal on Instagram, tealideal.com. Follow us on Sweet Intellect Radio.
Period. Start. What you got going on? What's new?
Well, as you guys know, I love the wine. It's been my thing. So I'm actually being certified now. I'm almost done with my first actual certification. But I've been doing wine tastings here in San Diego. So if you guys ever want to come through and learn how to taste wine like a professional, learn how to talk about it. Because my whole goal is making sure that people feel comfortable talking about it, because it is like a little snooty kind of realm. So come over, come learn how to talk about it, how to taste it, and what you're looking for. And I'm going to do the next one next Thursday at the Space Park Cafe.
Okay. Shout out Space Park.
Look me up at Black Press, BLKPRSS.
Ooh, no
Black
vowels.
press.
Okay.
No
You see
vowels.
it. She don't need them. And Nebula, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
This is so fun.
Where can the people find you? What do you have for them? Where can they tap in?
You can find me on Instagram at Nebula Wade. That is Nebula, NEBULA WADE. All my music is in the link in my bio.
Period. Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, before we go, we usually set intentions in the beginning of episodes. Miss Seven, we used to help us with that. Shout out Seven. But I kind of wanted to do something else. So I wanted to affirm. I feel like as women who are entrepreneurs, we need to constantly manifest what we want in order to obtain them. So if y'all wouldn't mind, I would like to affirm. With that being said, we need to get ourselves into the right mind space. So whatever you want right now, whatever you're manifesting, I want you to visualize that. I want you to create a clear picture of what you want and how you want it, when you want it, as clear as you possibly can. I want you to fill yourself with that emotion of when you get it. Fill yourself with that excitement as if it's happening right now and you are celebrating it with me. And I want you to think these words, repeat them to yourselves in your head. I have the power within me to create the life I desire. I have the power within me to create the life I desire. I love and accept myself just the way I am. I love and accept myself just the way I am. I am strong in my values and confident in my abilities. I am strong in my values and confident in my abilities. I let go of the past, surrender concerns about the future, and openly receive the experience of the present moment. I let go of the past, surrender concerns about the future, and openly receive the experience of the present moment. And last but not least, I have the courage and tenacity to overcome any challenge I face. I have the courage and tenacity to overcome any challenge I face. With that being said, you go get what the fuck you deserve, and you have a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in to Sweet Intellect Radio.
Good night.
Thank you.
Purr.
Okay. They call me Big Bird.